here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Today is Monday, so I want to say happy Monday. Hopefully you had an enjoyable weekend. I spent it watching my daughter perform or cheer at her last homecoming game in high school. She's going to be heading off to college soon. And so, yeah, I had a really good time. It was really good weather out here. And the game was good. You know, her team won. I think the football team won by something like 36-3. I think the opposing team only scored about 3 points. Again, it was fun watching her cheer at her last homecoming. It was a really great turnout. So hopefully your weekend was just as enjoyable. So before we get into a recap of the overall markets, I want to say welcome. So if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Do us a solid, comment in the comment section, hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, I'd like to say welcome back. Also, comment in the comment section, let me know what you thought about my analysis, and hopefully at this time, if you're returning, you've already hit that like and subscribe button. All right, so right now what you're seeing on your screen is the SPY S&P 500 daily chart dating back to around 2018. And before I go forward, right now the platform that you're seeing is Webull. And what I was using before was TradingView. It's not to say that I'm completely done with TradingView, absolutely not. But being that I've been using Webull, again, as I explained in previous videos, or the last video I did, they had contacted me, requested or asked that I, use their platform to see whether or not I like it, my views on it, etc. I say all that to say, if you are also a Webull user, or because of me, you decide to give them a chance and there's things about the application that you do not like, definitely, and I'm gonna at some point or in somewhere link my email address. Definitely reach out to me and let me know the things that you do not like about the platform, because I'm actually in direct communication with some of their team members, so I can definitely import all these suggestions to them. All right, so if you have any issues or concerns, or there's things that you would like for them to add, right now their ears are really tuned into the streets, so I'd encourage you to definitely send me an email and I'll get that information over to my contact. Anyway, so yeah, SPY S&P 500, not much went on today. We're up marginally, about 0.46% on the day. Closed at 296.77. So we're about a little shy of 2% off of all-time highs. You can see it here. All-time highs is 302.63. So what am I paying attention to? Today ended the third quarter. Tomorrow starts quarter 4 2019. So hopefully third quarter was good for you. If not, make sure you're doing an end of month performance review. I show you how to do that. I'll also link that in the description. So end of month performance review, ending of the third quarter. Tomorrow starts the beginning of the fourth. So what I'm paying attention to with the fourth quarter obviously is all-time highs of 302.63. Great. We understand, or we know now, with this close today, we're shy of 2% off of all-time highs. That's one. I'm also going to be paying attention to what once acted as resistance, which is now acting as, let's call that support number 1. That level is 293 to 295. That's right here. You can see the last 2 trading days. Let's see if I can zoom in. Some for you. You can see here the last few trading days, we got to that 293 to 295 level and we got a bounce. So we can call that a support level. If you can see here, this chunk of trading back in August, we also established another support level. Let's call that support number 2. That clocks in around 280 to 282. And we can go all the way back to around March to June. So for about 3 months, we got that bounce at that 272 to 273 level. You can see when the market pulled back here, we got that bounce. We pulled back once more, we got that bounce. So right now, those are the 3 support levels that I'm paying attention to. I'll reiterate them once more: 272, 280, and 293. So if this can't hold, more than likely the market's going to take a trip back here. If that can't hold, more than likely it's going to take a trip back there, right? So that's all that I'm paying attention to with the SPY. Depending on where we're at, that's how I'll trade. So right now, I think things are good. Yes, I am still short the market. What else? And then we have the the IWM. Similar, essentially, we're flat on the day, up about 0.12%. I see a close here of 151.34. So since we ran into that 159 level, very, very close to that 160 level, again, that dates all the way back to around 2017. This is a daily chart. It only goes back to 2018. Let me see. But if you go all the way back to around, again, 2017, you'll see this blue line here, that 160 level has served as a major resistance level, right? The market bounced it here, could not break. Time number 2, could not break. Time number 3, could not break. We finally or eventually broke, ran as high as 173.39 before pulling back about 25% to bottom out at around 125.81 in June. Then we rallied once more about 25% back to that 160 level. Cannot penetrate. You can see it here, clear as night and day, right? Hit that 160 level, can't do it. We got that pullback. Tried again, couldn't do it. We got that pullback. Tried once more, couldn't do it. We pulled back. Tried again most recently, the beginning of September. Could not do it. We're pulling back. If we don't get a bounce here at this 150 level, where can we possibly pull back to? Well, this highlighted area here of 144 to 143, and we should perhaps get that bounce. Let's see if I can extend this to show you. Extend it for you right here. That's good. And you'll see that we've gotten, once again, 144, we got the bounce. 144, we got the bounce. We got the bounce here, so on and so forth. So 144 for me is that level of support if we don't get a bounce at these level right here. So that's what I'm paying attention to. What else? And then we have Peloton, ticker PTON. Right now, this is a 30-minute chart dating back to when the stock IPO'd on the 26th, which was, I believe, last Thursday. So it actually IPO'd at around $29. However, opened up at $27, right? You had that initial run within the first 30 minutes or so, went as high as $27.98, and then it pulled back about 20% from the $29 IPO price to hit a low of $23.75 before sort of like popping, and then it's been trading essentially sideways for the last day or two. Closed at $25.10. So what I'm really paying attention to, you can see it right here, that red line. So again, this is a 30-minute chart because the stock just IPO'd, so I'm not going to do it daily. And based on the 30-minute chart, you can see that 25 is that resistance level. So if you're looking to play this, I would center my play around $25. Like if it breaks above $25, chances are you might have that possibility of making an attempt to run to 28. If it continues to remain below 25, then pay attention to the IPO low. It might drift lower. What else? And then you have BYND, ticker BYND, daily chart going back to when the stock IPO'd back in May of 2019. You can see it had a huge run from an IPO low of 45 all the way to around 239.71 before it topped out to pull back. Since pulling back, I would say for the last 2 months, it's essentially been trading sideways. If you're on the sidelines, either looking to go long, or if you want to know whether or not the stock is going to go up or down, I would pay attention to the consolidation highs and lows, right? So the high in this consolidation area, you can say it's like around 160. If we break above that, it looks like it's going to want to reclaim that 239 level. If it actually breaks down below the low of the consolidation area, which is around 130, then look out. You can see there's that gap here of around $102 that looks like it wants to be filled. What else? All right, and then we have to go GTHX daily chart dating back to around June of 2019. So the chart is about 3 months old. Stock is off about north of 32% on the day. It's up a little bit in after hours. Let's see the quote. We are at 23 in after hours. Decent, right? So you can see the sell-in came on confirming volume, but we got that bounce right when the stock hit that 3-month support mark of around $22. So just bear in mind, one, there's that gap here to be filled. That gap clocks in at around $19.82. The fact that we closed relatively low to the low, the fact that we closed relatively close to the low of the day says the sell-in might continue into tomorrow, but we did get that bounce after hours. If that can continue into pre-market, you might get that little bit of a pop. However, if it breaks down, then I can see 20 as a real possibility. What else? And then you have ticker ADMS. It's off about 23% on the day. I also see it's off a little bit in after hours trading. I see a quote of around $5. So heading into tomorrow, there's a chance that you're going to sell off a little bit more. Where can you potentially get a bounce? Right here at that blue line, where you essentially got a bounce today around that 485, 480 level. So heading into tomorrow, it'll probably retest that 480, 485 level. Hopefully you'll get that bounce. If it does bounce, I can see this hitting around 530 to 550. What else? All right, and then we have Disney daily chart. Let's just focus in on price action when the stock actually gapped up in April after earnings. What I'm looking at right now for me is an head and shoulders top. You can see the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So I'm just paying attention to this neckline here of around 129, 130. So far, for the most part, we are trading at it, but we're kind of safe here. If we break violently, again with confirming volume, more than likely this gap here of around 117 possibly might be filled. So I'm really zooming in and focusing on this right here. But yes, I am still long Disney. What else? All right, so let's wrap it up and round it out with ticker SNAP, my favorite Snapchat. Yes, you should not have favorite stocks, but whatever. Snap is my favorite. So what's going on today? We are off slightly, about 1.3% on the day, closed at 1580. For me, things are fine. Things are fine, right? So granted, we've had a few days of pullback since topping out at around $18.17. We've had about 4 to 5 straight days of decline. So any moment now, expect a bounce. What I'm paying attention to above everything else, obviously, is anything below this line. So if we dip below that $15 level or that $14 level, that's not good. However, what I'm paying attention to is around that $18 level. If we can break above that, then that price target Snap just got of around $22. I think it's very much so a real possibility before 2020. Like the trading action of Snap. Overall, yes, we've pulled back for the past few days, but we've managed to maintain and hold this line here of support dating back to around, we can say July, all right? So if you're in Snap and you're long, well, do what you want. But for me, I'm in Snap. I'm long. I've been long for a very long time, and I still think the stock has more to go. I've been in this stock since it was around $9. I added most recently, and I'm looking for the gold. The gold is not even 22. The gold for me is around $30. I think we have a real shot at getting back to all-time highs and even surpassing that. But you got to be a little bit patient, right? You have to remain in the stock if you want to achieve those 100 or 200, 300% gains to get those doubles and triples, all right? You got to stay put. And right now, Snap, yes, pulled back, but still looks fine. So let's cap it there. Tina here, once again, from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think and like this video. Secondly, I do videos Monday through Friday, so ensure that you are subscribed. That way you will never miss a video. And lastly, my friend, I've been trading for well over 15. Yes, that's 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from me, then definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and